Yo, anime fans, One Piece fans, what's good? The answer to that question, of course, is One Piece. One Piece is what's good. And I just got something to say. I've been thinking about it, and I've come to the conclusion that Orochi is not trash. Let me tell you why. So if any of you have stuck with me for an extended period of time, you would know that I like defending characters on this channel that the community dubs trash. That's because I honestly believe half of the characters, or the majority of the characters we call trash, aren't that trash. Sometimes we misjudge them, or sometimes we put them against impossible standards. I don't defend characters like this just because I want attention and I want shock value. I just honestly believe that they deserve to be defended because they're not as trash as everybody says they is, and Orochi is no exception. Now, unlike other characters I've talked about, calling Orochi trash, I completely understand why one would say that, and I understand where the conception would come from, and it's possible he still is trash, but I personally do not think he is, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the community has called other people trash, like Big Mom, who is clearly not trash, and it was stupid to call her trash. They call guys like Enel trash, and I don't know how you do that. I just don't understand how you would call Enel trash, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to talk about why Orochi is not trash, even though it does seem like he's trash. The way Odas painted him, it does kind of seem like he might be trash, but I really am convinced that he is not trash. Now, the reasons people say Orochi is trash is, first of all, he just looks like an idiot. He looks weak. He looks like Luffy can one-shot him with Gomu Gomu, no pistol, no haki, no gear second, just completely take him out. But I know a lot of people were saying, well, looks can be deceiving, and I agree with that. We know Oda likes to make characters look goofy sometimes because he finds it enjoyable, so you can't judge Orochi just because he looks stupid. But then there was the whole incident with Zoro, where Zoro threw at him, I believe it was a 180-pound phoenix, and Kyosho blocked it, and Orochi was terrified. He was all like, ah! Like, you could see he was terrified. He looked terrified. He looked like he was about to die, and he was like, Kyosho, help me, because he was so scared. And when that happened, a lot of people were like, man, he's trash, he's stupid, he's nothing, he's doo-doo. That's what everybody was saying. And for a while, I was kind of thinking that could definitely be the case. But the fact about him being trash kind of irked me, because I was thinking Oda had kind of hyped up the Shogun of Wano for so long. We were all expecting somebody great, and then he even got a crazy devil fruit, the Yamato no Orochi, which is basically an 8-headed dragon, or 8-headed snake, whatever you want to call it, but kind of like a dragon, sort of. So I was just kind of like, how is this guy gonna be trash? That doesn't make sense. Like, Oda would just erase everything he built up on Orochi. Why would he do that? But then I came to the conclusion, I believe that Orochi is a troll. Now, I am not the first person to say this, nor the last, and I know a lot of people will be like, man, just give it up, he's not a troll. And I was considering giving it up and just being like, well, Orochi's just gonna be trash, but that was until chapter 965 came out, in which we got backstory on Orochi, and we saw about his past. We learned that the Kurozumi clan was an esteemed clan, but then Orochi's grandfather poisoned all the other daimyos and was trying to take Wano from under the Kozuki clan, and then he was forced to commit seppuku, and the Kurozumi clan was disgraced and disbanded. And then we saw that somebody who was affiliate of the Kurozumi clan, he never said who he was, even though he did have Bon Clay's devil fruit, he was saying to young Orochi, you would have been shogun if it weren't for the birth of Kazuki Sukiyaki, because the thing was, the former shogun, he was gonna die without any kids, but Kazuki Sukiyaki was born, and that was how the Kurozumi plot was uncovered and all of that stuff. So the guy was saying to Orochi, you would have been shogun, and he got Orochi all angry and fired up, and he's like, I will give you the power to be shogun again if you do what I tell you. Your hated enemy are the Kazuki clan. Your hated enemy is Kazuki Sukiyaki. And Orochi was just like hating Sukiyaki and all this, and he got fired up, and the guy said, I will give you the power to become shogun if you do what I tell you to do. And the now angered Orochi, of course, agreed, and he started amassing money and power and weapons and followers by way of begging at first. Like, he stole some money from Lord Yasui, he begged Odin for money, and even got Odin to kind of like him. He went to the Shogun's castle and kind of clawed his way up, and even so, that's more of the cunning rat route. That's not like, that's a strong thing to do, but there was one thing that the guy who set Orochi on this path said. He said, I will give you the power to be shogun if you do what I said. He said he would give him power, and of course the power does mean the devil fruit, but the thing is, Orochi, you could see that moment, the way Oda portrayed it, Orochi's drive was astonishing. Orochi had drive and resolve. He hated the Kozuki clan. He wanted to take them down, and of course he did end up being able to steal Wano from under their feet by way of tactics and cunning and not necessarily strength. But the Kozuki clan is such a powerful clan and has so much esteem, and they're a samurai family, they're a samurai warriors, they're just insanely powerful. I feel like Orochi would probably want to top them because he hates them so much. Another thing to note is that Orochi himself is the son of a samurai. He's the son of a family of samurai. He's part of that family. He has that heritage, and you have seen in Wano that samurai are true to their heritage and all that. We saw Yori, she was like, I'm the daughter of a samurai, I will not grovel before anyone. And of course we have kind of seen that Orochi appears to be a sort of coward, so he could decide not to do that. But as I said, the resolve he had on that night when the former affiliate of the Kurozumi clan came and fired him up, you could just see the hatred, the resolve, like he wanted to become powerful, he wanted to take down the Kozuki clan, and I believe part of doing that, and part of topping them, and part of becoming better than them, which was his goal, and taking them down, becoming very, very strong. And as I said, his devil fruit is insane, one of the most powerful zones we've seen in the series, and the samurai who was firing him up and setting him on this path said, I will give you the power. And I believe that probably means not just a devil fruit, that probably means training him to an extent at least. I do not believe he would just give him a devil fruit and let him continue being weak, because we've seen that Orochi, as I said so many times, he hated the Kozuki clan, he wanted to top them, he wanted to take them down, and I truly believe getting stronger is part of that. I think that for a sense of closure and victory, Orochi would have gotten as strong as he possibly could, and I believe that though that potential ceiling is very high because of his devil fruit, that insane devil fruit. And if he's a swordsman, imagine having an 8-sword style against Zoro or somebody like that. And of course, I know a lot of people say that Momonosuke will fight Orochi, and I could definitely see that happening, fighting either of them. So if he fought Momonosuke, unless Momonosuke became super powerful and just had off the charts power, I guess Orochi will probably be weaker. But if he was fighting somebody like Zoro, he would be insanely powerful. Either way, I don't believe he's trash, because I believe Momonosuke will become very strong as well, even though I don't think he's going to fight Orochi, because I don't think he's going to be doing any major fights. I think it's more going to be helping people out. But the point remains that Orochi, I believe he would have gotten very, very strong, because that's something that is in his prerogative. That's something that entails of what he set out to do as a child. And with the devil fruit and swordsman training from that samurai who helped him, that the samurai could have possibly given him, because I believe that if the samurai is going to give him power, he would have helped him control that power and elevate that power and just kind of helped him become as strong as he could be. I believe that Orochi is going to be a monster, an unexpected monster that we weren't expecting, because of the way he treated Zoro, how he jumped back in fear and how he was all scared. I believe that he's going to shock us by suddenly becoming super powerful. I would imagine he has some sort of bipolar personality. That would be my guess. Like, if you've seen Dragon Ball, maybe something like Launch, not like he sneezes and he becomes good or savage, but he kind of has a bipolar personality, like cowardice and then bravery, kind of like Blackbeard, like a personality like Blackbeard's. Blackbeard is sometimes like a coward, sometimes super powerful and brave. I believe that Orochi is probably something like that, because of just all the setup he received after we knew his name and his devil fruit, and now his backstory, and even before we knew who he was, when Wano was being set up and the Shogun of Wano was just kind of being hyped up. That was something we were all looking forward to. I don't believe that Oda is going to take that hype and grind it to dust. I believe he is going to build upon it, and I think that Orochi being a coward or something like that is just kind of a troll on Oda's part, and Orochi himself is kind of a troll, probably a bipolar personality like Blackbeard, something like that. That's what I believe Orochi is going to be, and I truly believe Orochi is actually a strong individual, and Oda has just kind of been turning our eyes away from him, so we'll be completely shocked when he turns out to be one of the biggest monsters in the series. So that's it for this video. Comment down below how strong you think Orochi is, whether you think he's trash or you think he's fire or a monster or something like that. I extremely appreciate everybody watching this. I extremely appreciate all the viewers I get, and just thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content and only if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more One Piece content, and I will see you in the next video.